Hello everyone, this is the tutorial for the O1 skip. It's gonna skip getting the railgun, skip pretty much all the cutscenes in the map. And to start off, you're gonna want to get a suitcase. You can either get this one or this one. These both collision, that one doesn't right there. And you're gonna want to set this suitcase up like so, and then you're gonna swim towards it, and it sort of pops you up like so. And then you're gonna strafe over to the train and then surf upwards and get off this rock right here. And then you can crouch jump onto there, and then you're gonna want to, I usually line myself up so that I'm in this point where this black line is touching the water like so with the edge of the rock, and that allows me to stand up. If you're like, I don't know, here, you can't actually stand up even if you try to encroach, since that thing's blocking you. And then from here, you're gonna want to jump onto that side. And you're gonna want to do this by jumping on this train and then surf on this side. And then you're gonna want to jump through this gap right here. There's actually clippers blocking you from just going there. So just jump through. It's not too difficult. If you're having a problem where you can't actually jump, you need to back up a little bit so you're not in the air. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Then you're gonna want to ABH onto here. You can also, if you don't get that ABH, you can also just sprint up from some spot. Might be a sprint and jump. Okay, that works. And then more over into here, and then do an ABH and surf along this cliff, get over to here, and then you're gonna want to do a clip with this 2D tree thing over here. And how I set this up is I usually look roughly towards here, and then I crouch and then tap W, like so. I'll do it a couple more times. I don't know, it's a little bit weird. You kind of have to play around with this the tree thing in order to like figure out how it works. It's kind of difficult to explain. You're gonna want to save load through, and you should be able to land with 1 HP. You actually have to do it from that side. You can also clip down from that side, like we did in episode 2 and quick, but you will die because this place is slightly higher, and you'd have to do the edge bug off of the invisible platform, which isn't really reasonable. And once you're down here, you want to sprint and crouch into this displacement that's right here, and then you can save load down. You can actually sometimes randomly go through this displacement. I'm not entirely sure what causes it, but you just want to retry if that happens. And then you're gonna want to scratch under this blank. There's a little bit of a setup that I use to, or like a visual cue. If you start crouching after you pass this shadow, you can actually make it through pretty smoothly, like so. Oh, I actually bumped right there a little bit earlier. Yeah, like so. So you don't actually hit your head. Like that. If you crouch right after this shadow ends, it should get you through like so. Then you're gonna want to get this propane tank. I've heard that this side of the propane tank is better to clip with, so that's why I grab it from that side. And here you can just crouch walk into it and hope it like clips you. Gonna see if I can do that. Then you just load through the ground into out of bounds. And once you're through, you wanna, obviously you'll automatically fall down, and then once you reach about minus 700, if you're using show pause, you should pause to negate all fall damage. Since pausing in out of bounds resets your velocity, so it goes back to 0 instantly. So you can use that to avoid fall damage. And then I just run straight ahead onto here, and I do a setup for an ABH in which I align the left side of my screen so that it's between these two trees right here, so that it's like so. Then I do 4 or 5 jumps, kind of depends on what velocity you get out of your jumps, like what the scroll timing is, and then you can transfer that into an ASH. And once you get to here, you wanna pause and unpause to stop you from overshooting this spot, and then you can save load back inbounds from here. There's also, you can also land into here. This is also fine if you land here. You just have to strafe over to there, something like that. A little visual cue that I use for this is you want to pretty much jump when you're past this corner. It's pretty tempting to jump too early in this one. That's really the only problem I encounter when I do this. But yeah, you just jump over there, and then you crouch and go roughly into here, and you should be able to save load back inbounds. And on your second save load, or is it third? Might be third. Yeah, change the level, since this is where the level change triggers. And once that happens, you want to save and load, and then do save deletion. And a little bit of a tip, if you don't know how to do save deletion fast, you only need to delete your previous save. You obviously want to save and load while you're in the map, so that you don't get reset into the previous map. And you only need to delete the previous save. One problem that you can encounter with this is if you do it really fast and you get the auto save after you delete the save, then it'll like just reload the auto save, so you don't want to do that. But in this case, I took my time with this, so the save I made is actually after the auto save. But if you just wait a bit before doing bringing the menu up, you should be able to just delete the auto save. It should be fine. I'm not sure if I did a very good job of explaining this. But basically, don't try to do it too fast. And deleting on the previous save is enough. You don't have to delete both. I've actually seen quite a lot of people do that, and it's not necessary at all. So there, save and load game, delete autosave, reload. You can actually save and load unstuck earlier, and then you're good to finish the rest of the game. It's pretty much all I have to say about the Owen skip that I can think of right now, at least.